Welcome to Blessed Mess. Is it a vendor's mall or is it a peddler's mall? This video is going to be all about how to find bargains at a vendor's mall, how to kind of read their retail space from 10 feet away, because vendors' malls and the people that run the booths, they adhere to the same retail space rules that the big box stores and every other store in America looks at. And you know, we all know these terms: top shelf and eye level and floor savings. So you know, here's a little chart, like the most expensive things are at the top and the least expensive things are on the floor. So your value products, this is from a grocery store, but it's still the same thing in a vendor's mall. When you're walking through a vendor's mall, if you look up high, you're going to see those $100 items, the breakable stuff that they don't want really handled that much. It's going to be up top. It's going to be behind glass. The stuff at eye level are the things that they're going to be looking to sell quickly. And all the floor items, that's going to be where your bargains are. So really, the location of your item is usually the equal of the value of the item to the seller. So if the seller doesn't think very much of it, like again, your value products are going to be on the floor. So when you're quickly scanning these booths, look to the floor first for your bargains. If you're a reseller, look on the floor first. That could be where your bargains are. And they could be bargains because they're too heavy to ship. Some people are afraid to ship heavy things. They may not have any other outlet to sell a heavy item, or it could just be a bulky item, or it could just be something they don't really care that much about given the rest of their booth. So is it top shelf? Is it eye level? Is it on the floor? You got to ask yourself those things. That's where they value things. So I'm going to give you all some examples of some retail spaces and where you can find the bargains from 10 feet away. I think this is really helpful if you're kind of going through a vendor's mall or a peddler's mall. If you're going through any place where there's a booth, like a flea market, look at these places. So be on the lookout for the tools booth. There are some really good bargains in a tools booth. And this person, they have lots of tools. They've got toolboxes on the floor. They've got tools scattered around. They've got kind of a cool wall of stuff. Lots of sockets. So what's at eye level for this person? Sockets. $2 and $1 sockets. Those sockets are worth a lot. It's crafts. It just depends on the brand that you get. But these brands are really expensive. They can be up to $8 to $10 per socket. And they're selling them for $2. Let's look at this wall one more time. I'm going to freeze it here. And if you look on the wall, something kind of doesn't belong on a tools wall. Do you see it? It's that cast iron cornbread, corn on the cob pan that's on the wall. That doesn't really belong there. That's something that should catch your eye. If you're looking in a tools booth and you see something like that, you're like, what is that and why is that there? See if they have it lower priced than other things, and this vendor did not have that priced very high. So that was a kind of a quick thing to look at. It's a bulky item. They hang it on the wall, and yeah, this is something to look forward to. But you can look at all the different tools and what they have at eye level. Those are the things they're wanting to sell quickly. And this guy has great prices. A tools booth is perfect for trying to find good bargains. And like I said, these sockets are a great buy. If you can find wrenches in this, if you can find the ratchets that fit these sockets, they go for really good money. If you know your tools really well, this is a great place to find bargains. You have to look, but you can find great bargains. The next thing to look at, be on the lookout for the vintage booth. Now these booths, when I'm standing back like this, What do I look at first? Stuff on the ground. I look at the stuff that's on the ground first from far away, and I say, okay, they don't value it, or it's too heavy, or they don't value it as high as some of the other things that are in their booth. Maybe it's a plush animal, like that plush animal that's back there. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's a canister set. Maybe it's records. Maybe they don't care. They don't really care about records, and they just have them there for, $1 a piece or 50 cents. But you look at the location in their booth, and we'll freeze it here. You look at the booth as it is. This person does a great job. I've found a lot of great stuff in this person's booth to resell. Some things they don't value very high, just for personal preference, and I kind of just pick those things off and sell them on eBay. So people have personal preferences. This person has a lot of great Tupperware and stuff like that. A lot of great collectible glassware. And some things are kind of lowly priced. Also be on the lookout for the man stuff booth. You're going to see tools. You're going to see collectibles. These toolboxes. All these DVDs are kind of like action type stuff. The music was all like pop kind of stuff. But, got fishing rods, got an air compressor on the ground. Got an empty barrel there. It's kind of, just man stuff. Don't mean to. And so, that's like a lot of cool stuff was on here. Now those toolboxes on the ground are like $5 a piece. I mean, what a great deal if you need that. The cabinet there is a Hoosier cabinet, and so it was in great condition. But be on the lookout for these kinds of places. Those keys that are on the wall there. I was videotaping this, and I was videoing this, and she grabbed those keys. She was like, "I collect keys. I love it." So that was at eye level for him, and it sold. This is kind of the everything booth. This is the booths that you really want to look for. This person does a great job of like advertising within their booth. I mean, you look at it again, top shelf, premium stuff, mid-priced, the value items. I'm going to have it frozen here again so you can see how good a job she does. She even turns over her cups so you can see the bottoms of them to see what the maker is, so you're not picking up her cups all the time. And I think they were Bombay, if I remember right. But she does a great job. You see she's got the like yard sale type advertisement with the neon. She's got things at different levels. Those quilts, I was looking from far away. I was like, oh, that's low on it's low on the shelf. Is it just bulky? Did she just want it there? Is she undervaluing it? Like, I've got 1 million blankets at home. I guess I'll sell this one at the vendor's mall because it doesn't have any value to me. I don't know. But that's the kind of stuff that I look at from far away. If there was like, this is a pretty feminine vendor's mall booth. So if I'm looking at it and I see something that's like electronic or something sticking out, I would kind of walk over to it and see what the value of it is. Here's another great booth that I bought a lot of stuff at and resold on eBay. I think I got that little cutting board that I got a while back. There's a big blank spot on the wall right here. I bought like 2 or 3 huge movie posters from this person. But here's another place where you kind of look on the ground. What do they have that they value a lot? This person has a lot of antiques. They have a lot of, they had some great, one of the things in this booth, they had a bunch of football stuff, like 1970s, 80s, and 90s football vintage posters, puzzles, books, and I've kind of slowly picked all that stuff from this person because they didn't value it that much. It was like $1 or $2 for like stuff that I sold for $20 on eBay. But that's the kind of stuff that you're wanting to look at. This person has great stuff. Now those train videotapes in the foreground are mine. I just laid them down because that's what I bought today. God bless you. God bless your family. Thank you for watching.
Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus replied, Love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself.